Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and to another online tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be learning how to make a round band to band cap which has a round twisted frame and this side wings design attached on it. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome. The materials needed for this tutorial include your scuba fabric, your scissors, your measuring tape and your matching color of thread and needle. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do so by clicking on the subscribe button and also do well to click on the bell icon too. And to all our old subscribers, I see you all and thank you so much for the support. First, get your turban cap ready, and I have my round band turban cap already made. Now, design is divided into the turban cap, which is the base, the twisted design, and the wings design or the rabbit ear design. The turban cap has the turban band, which is a round band, and it has the base, which we are going to be making little pleats on. So I've cut out my fabric before now, and I'll go ahead to state out the measurements required. We'll be starting first with the turban cap, of which I'll be using a different video for illustration, and after which we'll now go into the design proper. For the turban cap, which has the band and the base, this is the fabric for the band, and the measurement for this is 4.5 inches by 23 inches. So the length is 23 inches and the width is 4.5 inches. Then the base, I have it also here. The measurement for this is 14 inches. From here to here is 14 inches. And then the width is also the width from here to here is 14 inches, while the length, as the head circumference, is from this end to this end. So the length is 23 inches. That's to say that the measurement for this fabric is 23 by 14. Please always endeavor to have the length, which is the head circumference, cut across the more stretchy parts of the fabric. So that is it for this. Now 8 inches. So when we get there, you understand what I mean better. Now coming over to the turban cap, I'm going to be starting with the base, and I have it here. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to get my measuring tape, and then I'm going to measure out 4 inches and then mark it. So that is it, and then I'll come down and measure another 4 inches and mark it. Then I'm going to get my ruler to extend the markings. And then I'm going to fold this end. I'll pick this fabric, fold it this way, and then sew from this end down to the other end to pleat it kind of. Then as soon as I'm done with that, I'll pick this second line, fold it down, and then stitch it from one end down to the other end, and then I'll get back. So right here I have my work, and I folded this end. I had to sew down along the marked line. I also went again, folded down this end, and I've sewn along the marked line. So this is the fine side of my fabric. You can see the pleating here. That's what makes it a bit different from the regular round band to band cap. So I haven't done this. I'm going to get my band, and then I'm going to be folding the band into two, and I'll be placing it on the fine side of my fabric. So folding my band into two, the wrong side should be inside and the fine side should be outside, and I'm going to place it on the fine side of my fabric this way. And then I'm going to go back to my sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch from this end down to this very end. Right here I have the wrong side of my fabric. This is the band, and I've been able to sew it from one end to another. So when I flip it over to the fine side, this is how it is. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be folding my fabric into 2 equal halves this way. So I want to position it down. After doing that, I'm going to get my measuring tape, and then I'm going to measure out 4 inches from this side, and then 6 inches from this side. So from here to here 4 inches, from here to here 6 inches. Then I'm going to go ahead to make a curve. So I'll curve this end from this marked line, end of this marked line, down to the end of this marked line. And I haven't done that, I'll get my scissors and then cut it off. So I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, and then I'm going to be sewing. So I'll start sewing from the band. I'll stitch it down to this end and then curve it to this very end. Then I will get back. This is my fabric, and I've been able to sew it down. So that from the band, and I'll sew it down to this end. Next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be forming making a running stitch in order to form the gathers at the back of the turban cap. And then this running stitch is going to come immediately after the band. So the band is ending here, the running stitch is going to start from here, go through here, and then end here. For that, I have my needle and thread already knotted, it's doubled. So I'll start by passing my needle and thread in and out. So I will do this until I get to the end. Then I'll secure my thread and cut off the excess thread. So this is it. After making the running stitch, I have it this way, and I'm flipping it inside out. I have my round band turban cap. For the twisted design, I have my fabric cut out already. Now the measurement of this piece of fabric is 15 inches by 35 inches. 15 inches for the width and 35 inches for the length. However, if you want it to be more fuller or more bulky, you can also increase the width. Now you're going to be cutting this out twice. Okay, you will cut out 15 inches by 35 inches in 2 different pieces of fabric. Now after cutting out, fold your fabric into 2 with the fine side inside and the wrong side facing you. So this part of the fabric facing me is the wrong side. Now you are going to sew down from one end to the other, just as I have done. So you sew from one end of your fabric to the other for each piece of fabric, and after folding you turn the fabric inside out. Okay, I have sewn and I have turned the fabric inside out. I'm going to set this aside. We're going to be using this for the twist. And then for the wings design, I have my piece of fabric here. It is 14 inches by 14 inches. Both the width and the length is 14 inches. Please, if you want to make it bigger, you can use 16 inches, you can use 18 inches, depending on how big you want it to be. And then finally, for the handle, our twist is going to be having a handle at the back, except you want to really make it non-detachable and then close it up at the back without a handle. That's another option, but I'll be attaching a handle. For your handle, the length should be 12 inches and the width should be 5 inches. Now you now fold it into 2 and shape the edge, then sew from one end to another. Please, I want to emphasize that when working with any kind of fabric for any kind of design, please try as much as possible to ensure that you use a matching color of thread. Kindly pardon me, this is just for illustration sake. So you fold it into 2, you get 2.5 by 12 inches, and then you make this curve at the edge and sew from one end to the other, and that is it for the handle. Now, starting our design proper, fold the 15 inches by 35 inches fabric into 2 and then place one on each other. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to stitch each fabric on each other this way. So I'll just run it down a bit at the end, then I'll form my twist. Or better still, you can get something to help you hold the edge in place, or you tie with your thread. That is, tie both together, tie it down. If you don't want to tack, and then get something heavy. If you are the only one around, place on it, and then you can now start twisting your fabric. So I'm going to be making my twist. So I will twist this fabric until I get to the end. I'll twist it the way you are seeing me do. So I'll twist this fabric until I get to the end, just as you are seeing me do it. So I will keep twisting this fabric the way you see me doing it until I get to the end, and then I will get back. So this is my work. This is the end from which I started from. I'm done making my twist, and this is this other end. Now if you look carefully, you see that I first held down this part with my thread, and then I used my needle and thread to tack it through. So I had to use my needle and thread to tack this part down until I'm sure it's firm. Now I can't lose this until I have tacked it down to secure that end. So I still have my needle and thread here. Please use a matching color of thread, and so I'm going to be tacking down that end again to hold it in place. But if you are sure that you can arrange the ends of your fabric in a way as you can make use of your sewing machine to tack down the ends together, please, you can also do that. Okay, this is going to be a bit difficult because the fabric is bulky, and it will require time and patience as well. So I'm just going to be doing it this way until I've secured the end. So at the end of the day, I have it this way, both ends are secured. And then get your handle. I'll be attaching my handle first before I place it on the turban cap. Okay, start by folding in the edge. Because of this fraying edge, you don't want it to start fraying after some time. So fold in the edge and then place this side inside of it. So I will use my needle and thread to tack this side down. Okay, then I will also do the same thing for this other end. Personally, this is how I add my handle to my design. So I'll pass back my needle from the very spot my thread is coming from into the fabric inside. Okay, the fabric inside, and then I will adjust it to put it in place. I will leave inside. The thread keeps having bigger, that is, the space I leave inside is larger, so the thread will be showing inside, but outside I don't want the thread to be showing. So this is it, and then I'll pass back my needle through the spot where the thread is coming out from and into the fabric inside. And then I'll pass it from the fabric inside to the fabric outside. So I'll just do this till I've gone round and it's secure, then I'll cut off the excess. So this is how it will look like. So after tacking, I get it this way. Please try to maintain a straight line when tacking it down. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for this other end, and I'll get back to continue. And then after everything, this is my twisted design on my dummy head. This is how it looks like. And then with my turban base, this is the front view, and then this is the back view. For the wings design, I have my fabric cut out, and it is 14 inches by 14 inches. So this is how I'm going to be placing the fabric diagonally. So this is my fabric. So you can see this end, this end, this end, and this other end. So this is how it looks like. Now starting from this end, this is what I'm going to be doing. Now you also need to get your needle and thread ready. So I'm going to be like making pleats at this edge this way. Remember the way the fabric was positioned. It was not positioned the normal way. So this is it, and then I'm going to hold it down at one end with my clip, while I'll get my needle and thread and then start stitching through it at the needle. So this is my work. I later had to remove the clip and tie it down with thread so that it can make my tacking easier for me. So I'm going to start tacking now by passing my needle and thread through the middle of each pleat until I come out at the other end. The fabric is a bit bulky, so you are going to take your time, and you also have to be very patient. I will tack this through a couple of times until it is very secure, and then I'll cut off my excess thread. So this is it, my needle is out, and I'll take it in again, and then I'm done tacking. And after tacking, I have it this way. So this is it. This is the other side too. This is how it looks like. Now this is what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to be folding it like to give me that wing or rabbit ear shape. So I'll fold it this way, and then I'm also going to be tacking this down. So after folding it, I have it like this. So I'm going to be tacking this part here down to secure it. So this is the back, and then I'm going to be passing my needle and thread through it. Please, while tacking this down, you have to try as much as possible to make your thread invisible. It should not show at the front that it was tacked down. So while tacking, you keep checking both sides, that is the front and the back, to ensure that your tacking is accurate, that is, it's on point. So this is it, and then I will do this until I get to the end here. Please ensure your tacking is neat, okay? Because this is the design, the beauty of the work. Finally, this is my work, and I'm done tacking down the rings. This is how it is. So now I'm going to be placing it on my turban cap to show us how it looks like. So after placing it on my dummy head, this is how it looks like. So what I'm going to be doing is this: I will tack it down. It's either I tack down the twist to the base so that it becomes non-detachable, and then I tack down the wings also at the back of my twist and down to the base. So you can see I use things to hold it in place to illustrate how it looks like. So when tack, I'm going to tack in a way that it tacks, and then tack this part down to the turban cap. That if you are making a non-detachable design, I also have to tack here, tack the twist. So tack the twist down to the base. This is my work. I have the twist and the wings design on it. I want to make my design non-detachable. That is, the turban cap can be worn with or without the twist. So I want to attach the twist to the fan. Sorry, to the twist to the wings. Yes. And then instead of attaching the twist to the base, I would like to have the twist separate and the base separate. So after placing it on my dummy head and I had pinned it down, I've gotten the position where I want my design to be. So this is it. Right now I'm going to get my needle and thread, and I'm going to be tacking this down to the twist. So yes, and then tack down both of them together until they are both firm and secure. So that's just what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to try as much as possible to make sure that my tacking is not going to be visible. So I'm going to start tacking now. Now I'm just going to follow the parts that I pinned down first, and then once I've secured the part that I pinned down, I can now look for other loose ends and tack it down. So I'm passing my needle from the twist and then it's out from the rings, and that is how I'm going to be doing it till I secure both to each other. Okay, and as I'm working, I'm going to keep tacking, that is, keep fitting on my dummy head to ensure that I'm doing the right thing, okay, and it's coming out fine. So if there are any loopholes or there are any changes to be made, I can easily discover it on time and make such adjustments. So I'm going to keep tacking this way until I've secured everything together, and I'll show us the final look. Removed my pins and they are both together, so I'll complete it, tie and cut off the excess. But before then, I want to show us how it looks like on the dummy head. I'm finally done with the tacking, and this is how it looks like. And then for the back, I have it this way. And then here I have the turban cap without the twist. So the twist now has the wings, as you can see. So I'm going to tie this on the dummy head and show us the full look. And then this is the final look, where I have the turban base and the twist together with the wings all in one. So if you want to still further embellish your design with your accessories, your stone, your appliques, whatever you prefer, you can also go ahead to do that. And then this brings us to the end of this tutorial.
Thank you so much for watching. Please kindly pardon the resolution of this video. This is an old video that was just re-edited for the purpose of this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Kindly like, share, and do well to leave a comment in the comment section. Until our next tutorial, thank you.